Equitas Small Finance Bank. Sounds interesting. I definitely have to read about this. Are you ready? Welcome back guys. अब तक तो थोड़ा आइडिया हो गया होगा आपको कि what this video will be about. Yes, you are right. Equitas Small Finance Bank IPO. Did you guys hear about this? Well, few of you might have, few of you might not have. That's alright. Everything will be discussed in the video, starting from the prospectus, knowing about the company, the financials, and many interesting things are going to come about. So stay with me till the very end. Well, you guys must already know that कि कोई सी भी कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट करने से पहले we should know about the company, about what it is, what exactly the company does, and so on. So that's exactly what we are going to do right now. We'll know a little about this Equitas Small Finance Bank, what exactly this is all about. So let's get started and see what we have in the plate. Well, Equitas Small Finance Bank, as the name sounds, is basically a microfinance bank which aims to fund the small scale sectors, the self-help groups, and in a very good cause of poverty elevation, etc. So this is what mainly the small finance banks do. So let's see what this bank has lined up for us. Now, Equitas Small Finance Bank, as you can read on your screen, is one of the largest SFB in India. There are many SFBs. If you want to search about it, there's Bandhan Bank, and there are a few more. It's definitely very interesting to read about those. And it's the second largest SFB in India in terms of financial management, asset management, etc. in the fiscal year 2019. Now, it definitely offers a wide range of banking products for the customers, serving a greater need, as I mentioned earlier, and the reserved and the underreserved sectors, financially little less in order to finance, in order to fund them, in order for their development. So, well, this is a bit theoretical, don't you think? Let's dive into the Equitas Small Finance Bank's website. So now I am in the Equitas Small Finance Bank's website. So this is basically the area where people will come in. So definitely it seems a very user-friendly website और बहुत information है, very easy to access information. There are various options and facilities offered, like in various interest rates on different types of deposits, as mentioned here, and things like savings, deposits, lockers, जो हर कोई बैंक में रहना चाहिए, वो this bank also offers. So that's really good. There are insurance policies and separate policies for NRI accounts. So NRIs out there, you don't need to worry. Alright, so there's the contact details. It's pretty accessible. So all in all, what we can infer, what I can infer is that काफी well settled bank है. It's a very good accessible bank and something where people do trust. And the best part being actually is that there are so many states which the bank has spread across. There are many banking outlets which have already been established. So, what we can infer about this company is that काफी अच्छा है. It's well settled. So, about seems pretty nice. Now, let's move on to the other areas like financials, prospectus, etc. Well, you guys, if you need the link for this website, it'll be there in the description. And if you guys find out more about the bank, do let me know through the comments section. So guys, now we'll move on to something very interesting, something really important. for us to read before investing in fact any company, which is the prospectus. Or abhi just to know, just to get familiar, prospectus is basically a document जहाँ सब कुछ mentioned है, from company's overview, management team, सब कुछ चाहिए, जो भी information चाहिए, you go to the prospectus or you go to the annual report. But annual report is usually when the company is listed, alright. So अभी नहीं है ये listed, and we are finding out whether we should invest in the IPO. So we'll search for the prospectus, and this is basically, as you can see in your screen, prospectus है क्या. So now let's go on to the prospectus. I have, in order for easy access, already taken screenshots of the prospectus and displayed in front of you. However, I would be sharing the link of the prospectus in the description. So if you would like to read in a detailed version, do read it. Let me know if you find out more. So the first thing which seemed very important to me is about the related parties and the nature of relationships. Now, related parties is basically the company's relationship with other companies, or the management having a relationship in terms of relatives. Alright, there's something called KMPs, which are key managerial personnel, and these are, as the name suggests, these are the key people in the in the movement of the banking, in the movement of the bank, and in its operations, etc. The subsidiaries of the company are Equitas Housing Finance Limited, Equitas B2B Trading Private Limited, Equitas Finance Limited, and Equitas Microfinance Limited. So what I can infer from this slide is that it's in the microfinance sector definitely, and it has definitely expanded over. Now just a brief background. This is of 2015. So the prospectus is of 2015. Alright, so it's pretty long back. So definitely from that time it might have expanded even more. So we don't know that. It hasn't really been updated much. But from the prospectus right now, I can infer it has many subsidiaries under it, and these are the selling shareholders. Selling shareholders are essentially basically the shareholders who invest in the IPO of the company. Alright, so there's like a long list, so I won't read out the full. You can definitely see on your screen, but what we can infer is that there are many selling shareholders which are present in the company, and it might even increase more because year 2015 ka hai prospectus. So now it's 2020, so it might have increased. So on this line as well, the company seems fine in terms of getting investors who would want to invest in the company, want to purchase shares. Now this is basically offer for sale and fresh issue. तो मैं आप लोग को बता देती हूँ what is offer for sale. It's basically through the people, that is I will just read it out for you. The promoters will be giving their shares in the market. That is transparency maintained रहेगा, and they're directly sold in the market. They're basically offer for sale, and through a bidding process, people can buy those shares which are sold by the promoters of the company in the open market. So this basically shows that it tells us that among our company and selling shareholders, it will be done properly in accordance with the law. Fresh issue is basically telling us that the proceeds from issuing shares in the public, how will that be funded? That is, it will be invested in the avenues, that is in our subsidiaries, in order to increase their capital base. So from the second point, we can say that it has a mindset, it has a goal in mind in order to increase the capital base. and for their corporate purposes. So दोनों ही points we can get an idea of how these fundings will be utilized and how are they raising those funds. So there's pretty much of transparency which is maintained here. हाँ, ये pretty interesting है. So this is basically the market share of the different companies in the industry. That is, the industry is mainly the small finance bank. Alright, so as I mentioned, there's this Bandhan Bank, which is pretty prominent in the northeast region, and we have various other banks like Ujjivan, Janalakshmi. Equitas have as of 2015 5%. So अभी ज़्यादा ही होगा, maybe 7% or more than that. और ये है business operations, basically जो भी the activities which are by the bank, which is the operations of the bank. Basically it mainly deals with the microfinance sector, and as I mentioned earlier, there are many branches which are spread across various states, and they offer various vehicle financing, loan financing, housing financing, and asset under management is basically the assets which are possessed, which the company has as of 2015, and so all in all, it's the mainly showing the operations. अभी तो हम लोग ने पढ़ लिया, so main part is seeing the actual prospectus. So here we are in the prospectus of Equitas Holding Limited. The date is October 16, 2015. So ये उस time का prospectus है, and prospectus, as I mentioned, is pretty detailed. It's about 700 or 800 pages, but it has an in-depth knowledge about the company. सब कुछ है इसके बारे में, ranging from financials, industry prospects, industry, how the industry is, its settlement, its corporate matters, etc. So overall, it's pretty interesting to read. However, I couldn't cover everything in this video. If you guys have interest in reading, I suggest you do. The link of the prospectus will be provided in the description. If you guys find out about the company, do let me know. And probably if you guys want, we can have a separate video on how to actually read a prospectus in order to get more knowledge about it. Great. So now let's move on to financials, the latest financials which I have in place. Okay, now let's move on to the most interesting part of this video, that is the financial performance. And let's get started. So it had a net profit of 57.67 crore in the financial year 21. That is the quarter of the first of the financial year 21. So basically a total income of 750.97 crore, and the 3 fiscal years average EPS is basic earnings per share, which is an essential ratio or a figure which shows how much is the earnings the shareholders per share they are getting, right? That is the promoters. Right now there are no public shareholders, but as of then promoters are getting, that is 1.94, which is pretty decent, and till now everything seems good in the financials. Let's move forward. The average return on net worth, as I mentioned earlier, what return on net worth is 7.85, and the reason given for the low net worth is basically COVID-19, and I can't blame them for it, because it's pretty hectic for the banking sector right now. And if you want me to do a case analysis on it, I would love to, and we can know about what the banking sector is facing problem right now in the COVID-19 times. Alright, so the bank had NPAs, is basically non-performing loan. So Non-performing loan is basically they're not getting back the loan which they have given, which can be termed as a bad debt, in other words. So non-performing asset actually. So it's the various figures for the different years are as mentioned on your screen. Alright, so let's move forward. और अभी हम लोग let's see the main part of financials. Actually the fun comes when you compare it from year on year basis. That standalone figure does not give much of an idea. So on comparison of revenue, so we can see it has definitely been growing from financial year 27 to 2020 तक देखो. No, it has grown from around 1,000 to about 3,000 the rupees and crores. So काफी growth हुआ है, and the latest figure is about 750. And as I mentioned, this is only for 30th June 2020. So that has also been given. The net profit also has been growing. So both the top line and bottom line is growing. So काफी अच्छा financial लग रहा है, strong position लग रहा है बैंक का. इसलिए EPS or other ratios are also performing well, because these are the main figures which affect these ratios, right? And I mean, so I've brought you something very interesting in terms of ratio analysis with the peer comparison. So the main ratio is the line in front of you, that is EPS, P, return on net worth, NAV. तो फिर हम लोग को दिख रहा है कि EPS is low in comparison with other banks, and PE ratio is also low from the industry average. Return on net worth is pretty decent. If we see, what I can say is, because the bank is developing, probably these figures will grow eventually, but as of now it seems a bit low. NAV, जो entity's asset minus its liabilities, is 25.92 when compared with other sectors or the banks in the same sector. It's low. And find out whether you would like to invest or not. I'm not giving any suggestions. I am giving information, so it is your take as well to find out more information, and let me also know about what you guys find out. Alright, so this is about the financials, main part of the financials. और अभी हम लोग वो टॉपिक में आते हैं जो सब लोग सबसे इंटरेस्टेड थे, that is getting when the IPO will come out, है ना? Have patience, धैर्य रखो, अभी आपके स्क्रीन के सामने आएगा. So the IPO details of this is basically, it will open for subscription on the 20th of October. So mark your calendars if you seem interested in this company, and it will close on 22. So it usually lasts for a very less period of time. So you might have heard about the IPOs which have been coming up lately, and कितने जल्दी subscribe हो जाते हैं, So do mark and set up your reminders on your phone अगर आप लोग interested हो तो. And the price band would be around 32 to 33 rupees per share. And this issue is jointly led by the different companies as I mentioned on your screen, and the K Financial Technology is Private Limited is the registrar to the issue of this company. Great. So this is basically a brief summary of when it opens, when it closes, the price band, the face value, the lot, that is the minimum. So bang on, we are towards the end of the video, or thank you for staying. I thoroughly enjoyed making this video, finding information about the company, and there's something more lined up और बहुत कुछ interesting मिलने वाला है हम लोग को. So do stay with me. अगर there'll be new videos, do consider subscribing to this channel. I will be definitely getting motivation to make such videos, and share with your friends and family. Do not किसी को सबको बोल दो कि do not miss this. Maybe if you seem interested to miss this share, to invest in the share, or definitely do like, and I'm waiting for your comments eagerly. So thank you. Bye bye.